And now we begin our exciting adventure of...
Your concert station.
Yo, what the hell are you doing here?
UvaldeRadio.net rocks.
It's Uvalde Radio Rocks. Robert McGill here with you with the latest by Night Ranger, or at least the latest one we're playing right now, off the new album ATBPO, and the song is called Breakout. We're so stoked about the big show coming up on Friday, February 18th, 7 p.m., San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. We got Night Ranger, and you know what? Here to tell us all about it and get caught up, and this is exciting, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna fanboy out a bit here. I've got on the phone Jack Blades of Night Ranger. Welcome, sir.
Woo! Hey, Robert, man. Good to talk to you again. It's been a while.
It's so exciting. Yeah, I talked to you years ago when I worked at KEGL 97.1 The Eagle in Dallas.
Right.
You guys were like a staple.
I'll tell you what, man. We are so stoked coming to San Antonio. I mean, first of all, look, check it out. Texas is always the greatest.
Yep.
Every time we go to Texas, we have a great time, great shows, rock and roll fans, all that kind of stuff. But to top it all off, San Antonio has always been a rock and roll town, so we're totally pumped about getting into town for the rodeo.
San Antonio really is a rock town, and I feel like people are really surprised when they're from outside of San Antonio because there's such a strong Hispanic heritage and culture. And then the rockers arrive, and they're like, "Whoa, these guys, they like their rock and their metal out here, Hey,
man, I've even thought about moving to San Antonio. That's how much I love it out there.
We've got the room. Come on down.
And the fans are great, man. It's been rock and roll since our first tour there in 1983. It's been absolutely wonderful.
Now, interestingly enough, you're playing at the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo, so some people might go, really? Rock at a rodeo? How often have you played rodeos? What are some examples of some crazy, types of shows that people may or may not think, Night Ranger would perform at?
Well, I think this will be one of the first. I don't think we've ever played in the middle of a halftime at a rodeo.
Wow.
Or however we're doing it, you know what I mean? This will be a definite first. Just trust me, just don't let any of our guys ride the bulls, okay? I don't want to, we got, this is our 40th anniversary tour, 40 years of Night Ranger. We released our first album, The Dawn Patrol, in 1982.
Wow.
So this year marks our 40th anniversary, so we're really pumped up about touring this whole year. We've got a lot of shows lined up and everything, so please don't let anybody, no matter what they say, no matter what they tell you, oh man, come on, I can do this. No, you're not riding the bull. Okay.
Now, a 40th anniversary since Dawn Patrol. Anything special this year, tour-wise? Maybe you can do a lot of, maybe material off that album, or you're still mixing it up with all the new stuff too?
Well, we're going to throw in a little bit of everything, and that's the cool thing about a Night Ranger show. You never know what you're going to get song-wise. You know what I mean? We change it up all the time. In fact, we do our set list, and then half the time through the set, we'll change it up during the show and just totally piss off our crew and our lighting director and our sound man and everybody else, but we don't care, man. We're just having a good time. And fun's the best thing to have, and that's what we're doing right now on the road. We're having fun this year, 2022. Lord knows we've had enough like nothing in 20 and 2021, man. That's why we named the album ATBPO, and the band played on.
And we got to talk about the new record. First of all, it is smoking. It is amazing. Of course, ATBPO and the band played on. Definitely an apt title fitting for what you guys have been through. Let's talk about the recording process. First of all, I guess the songwriting. I guess you guys were probably all in quarantine, exchanging notes, doing Zoom. How did all that play out?
Yeah, it was not one of the more fun experiences. You know what I mean? Because we always like to get together as a band, get in a room like we did in the old school days and just jam on a bunch of songs, and then immediately when we're finished, like, hey man, that's kind of cool, let's do this. And we go right in to record it, then we'll put some lyrics on it and keep it going, and then go to the next one, just keep it all fresh and exciting. But in this case, we had to come up with the whole, everybody's sending songs, ideas, recording in your own house, then sending it over. And some of these tracks had like 130 tracks on it.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And we had to sift through all of them, and we ended up pissing off our keyboard player Eric. He'd be like, dude, what happened to my part? I put all these parts on the record and they're not there now. Well, that's because Brad and Kerry, our guitarists, put all these other parts on, and they couldn't work with that and this and that. And then those guys go, wait a minute, you pulled off my part. What's going on? It was wild, but in the end result is a kick-ass American Night Ranger rock and roll record, ATBPO.
That brings to mind another question I had for you. So you're talking about, parts and, all the fantastic, writers and singers and musicians you have in Night Ranger. How do you guys decide who gets to sing the lead? Is it whoever brings the song to the table, or do you guys all have to audition with, among yourselves?
No, you know what? It's kind of pretty organic. It's pretty like certain songs Kelly just he fits the bill for,
Mm-hmm.
And he's just wonderful on certain songs like Sing Me Away, Sister Christian,
yeah.
All those kind of, Goodbye. Sentimental Street. He's so good at those kind of things, and the same thing goes on the new album. And with me, we pretty much fall over each other, going, no, why don't you try it? No, you do it. No, you do it. It's like we don't even care. It's like whoever can feel it and get the vibe for it and hit it hard. You know what I mean? The hardest road, like on the new album, the ATBPO. Kelly just creamed that thing. I sang the demo on it, but I said, Kelly, this song is for you, man. You got to sing this one. And he goes, are you sure? You sound good. I'm like, dude, just try it. You'll love it. And he did, and it's just so, it's just so great. And Tomorrow the same way on the song Tomorrow on ATBPO. Kelly just killed those things. So it's pretty organic how we do it.
Now, again, we're talking to Jack Blades of Night Ranger. They're performing Friday, February 18th, San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. Get your tickets to Night Ranger at sarodeo.com. Now, the new album, ATBPO, it is fantastic all the way through and through. So if you guys haven't streamed it or purchased it, better yet, buy it, right? Be sure and grab that. But the record sounds so amazing. And again, like you said, you're switching over parts. I'm sure you're just sharing files, and there's a whole bunch of Dropboxing going around. Your record label, man, I mean, the whole production, the whole thing is great. I know you're on Frontiers Music now. How much does the label and their backing have to do with the success of what you guys are doing now?
Well, it's really great with Frontiers because they don't get in the middle of anything. They just totally trust us. I mean, we've been with them for so long now. We've been around them for so long that we're just, they say, okay, get a new album, and they don't have to listen to songs. They don't have to do everything. They completely trust us. And then with the promotion, we completely, leave it in their hands, and they do such a great job and everything like that. It's a real good symbiotic relationship we have with the record label. The best part about it is they just let us do and be who we are. You know what I mean? Instead of trying to make it something else. And it's difficult sometimes because people expect Night Ranger to be, that's still into that whole, okay, it's got to sound exactly like Don't Tell Me You Love Me or Sister Christian or something like that, and Goodbye or Sing Me Away or, When You Close Your Eyes. We as artists and musicians, we love to grow and try different things and new things and everything like that. And they're really supportive of that, and they just kind of let us do our thing, you know what I mean? Because, honestly, if we just made the same record over and over and over again, it'd be like boring for everybody and that kind of thing. Think of the Beatles, how they changed. They went from She Loves You, Yeah, 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 to Happiness is a Warm Gun. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like, okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. But that's what we are as artists. We just grow, and we have a great relationship with Frontiers. They let us just go for it.
Well, I feel like, some people that are, I guess you could call fringe fans or mainstream fans, they're going to know the big hits. They're going to know the power ballads, the big MTV videos. But, listening to ATBPO, when I was first streaming it, giving it a preview, man, I walked away and I came back and I thought, what am I listening to? Iron Maiden? Like, really? I thought I was listening to Bruce Dickinson and Iron Maiden performing. And I was like, whoa, this is the new Night Ranger record. I forgot I put this on. And I'm blown away by how diverse and how heavy and gritty and how just amazing the band is after all these years. What is it that keeps you guys cranking out these great tunes and the growth, again, after 40 years?
I think that it has a lot to do with just everybody in this band just basically eats, sleeps, dreams, and drinks rock and roll. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's all we live for. That's what we have. All I live for is like touring, writing songs, playing live, and recording. Anything else is like just ancillary and sidebar stuff for me. But that's my life. That's what I do. So we just have this we constantly, I'm convinced we still haven't made our perfect record yet. You know what I mean? I'm still thinking we haven't made the classic Night Ranger record yet. That's the way I look at it. So we're just going to keep growing and rocking and making records until somebody says we can.
So I was going to say, is there an end game? Is there something that you're still reaching for, that you feel like you still need to do, whether it's through with Night Ranger or you yourself personally?
Yeah, I think the end game is when I saw Brad and I went to see Brad and I think Lita Ford was with us. Brad and Lita Ford and I went to see Les Paul on his 90th birthday at the Iridium in New York City. Mm-hmm. He was playing a club there. I'm going, dude, that's what I want to be when I'm 90. That's where I want to be. I want to be on a stage playing music on my 90th birthday. And so that's my goal.
Now let's talk about this for a while, because in the last couple of years, especially here recently, we've lost some really beloved, talented rockers. Does that remind you of your own mortality? And I guess, how fleeting this life is? Surely, amongst the band members, when Meatloaf passes and whatnot, you guys have to have conversations about, I guess, your place, in all of this.
I think that when things like that happen, it makes me, I can only speak for myself, but it makes me appreciate every day and enjoy every bit of it and enjoy every moment on stage, enjoy every moment waking up in the morning, breathing a breath of air, walking on a beach, walking in a forest, walking in a snowstorm. Feeling the wind in your face. I mean, that's what it makes me want it. You know, that's what it does for me. It makes me realize how great life is, and you just got to love it and keep living it and enjoy it and love your loved ones and hug somebody and take care of all the other people in the world, man, and make people smile. That's our goal, man, is to make people get out there and smile and have a great time. I mean, you come to a Night Ranger concert, man, and it's like you're going to go away with a big-ass smile on your face because it's happy, it's fun, we're rocking, we're joking, we're having a blast on stage, and all that is infectious, man, and everybody picks up on that. So that's my goal in life, and that's our goal, is to keep doing that. And when we can't do that anymore, that's when we got to stop. But right now, dude, it's in full swing.
You know, and you guys have touched so many lives and now multiple generations. Let's talk about those songs because, for instance, those songs we're talking about, especially the big hits that everybody knows, I mean, they're just synonymous with rock and roll. They're synonymous with certain eras. Just take Sister Christian, just for instance. I mean, the big one. The impact that song continues to make year over year between movies and musicals and all this. Does it feel like these songs just kind of take on a life of their own, like to where they even become bigger than maybe the sum of their parts, you know?
Yeah, you know what? It's really gratifying, and it really makes us feel like we did something right. You know what I mean? I mean, look. You sit in your bedroom, you sit on your bed, and you write a song, and you're hoping that people feel, because you know when a songwriter writes a song, basically that's the biggest glimpse into a person's heart and soul. That's the biggest glimpse into their soul that you can see. You know what I mean? When they just lay it out and they lay out the music, that's looking right into somebody's soul. You know what I mean? And when other people feel what you feel when you wrote the song, and it's so gratifying when other people pick up on that same thing. You go, and it becomes a big hit or something. It's like, the people felt what I felt when I wrote it. You know, the people, they feel what I feel. They saw what I saw. They hear what I hear. They heard what I heard when I wrote the song, or something like that. That's the biggest, that's the biggest, most satisfying thing in the world. And other times it's like, guys have written into me saying, I was about ready to do the worst thing in the world. I was about ready to like kill myself or something. And then I heard one of your songs and I listened to the lyrics and it changed my life and it stopped me. And it's like, if that's the whole reason we were even on this planet, is to stop someone from doing the worst thing they could ever fricking do to themselves. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like, if that's the only purpose I was here for, then that's okay with me. And that's the way we feel about it.
Well, that is amazing. But how about the other side of it? Now, is there ever been an instance? Now, I don't know how much control you guys have of the older stuff, but if public domain is a thing or not. But have you ever heard your songs pop up somewhere where you're like, oh man, where you roll your eyes and like, oh man, how do they get the rights to that? Or do you guys have good control over everywhere that music ends up? Because you guys have been all over some really fantastic soundtracks. And again, like I said, musicals, Rock of Ages and whatnot. Any times where you're like, oh, no, that's not where Night Ranger belongs?
You mean like chickens clucking Sister Christian or something?
Like TikTok videos, right?
I don't, you know what I mean? It's gratifying to know that your music is entered into the collective consciousness of the nation. You know what I mean? And if certain things like that happen, that's okay with us too. You know what I mean? It's like that's part and parcel for what we're doing, what we're playing, how we're touring. That's our life. And if that's what happens, if that's the worst of it, then we can deal with that.
Right on. Very good. Again, we're talking to Jack Blades of Night Ranger. Their big show is Friday, February 18th, 7 p.m. San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. Get your tickets at sarodeo.com. Here at Uvalde Radio Rocks, we've got some free tickets coming up soon, and we're going to continue to play our Night Ranger mini concert warm-up. Hey, Jack, let's talk about your solo stuff. I know I've got fans out there that are interested in solo material, maybe a reunion with Damn Yankees or Shaw Blades, anything like that, possible?
Well, you know what? There's always the possibility of the Yanks getting back together again. I mean, that was such a fun band. I mean, we have such a great time. And Ted and Tommy and Michael and I still talk all the time. We're all still really, really good friends. We're always on chains together and on text and laughing and joking and stuff like that. So you never know. Never say never. I mean, Shaw Blades was a freaking. Tommy and I doing that was a blast. Mm-hmm. We had just the most wonderful time doing Shaw Blades, and hell, I think there's a half a record already recorded of more Shaw Blades material too. So who knows? I mean, it's music is everything. So you never know. It's like turn your direction. The next thing you know, Corey Taylor from Slipknot is up on stage with you singing. So life is good right now.
Well, very good. Again, we got Jack Blades here, Night Ranger. The new album is called ATBPO. If you haven't heard the whole thing, please check it out, stream it, buy it. Go to Night Ranger's official website and check out all their good stuff. Jack, let's go ahead and wrap it up. I know I'm probably running late. I'm sure your people are getting ready to give me the big hook. But you got a new video, Bring It All Home to Me. Let's go ahead and talk quickly about, shooting the video and the newest single and whatever else you got before we wrap this up and get into some more music.
Well, videos are fun. I mean, like, we've been doing videos, since 1982. Mm-hmm. And, the videos are always a blast. And it's a great way to get it out there for people to visually see you and all that kind of stuff. I mean, MTV started out Night Ranger's career back in 1983 when they started pounding like 14 times a day. They started playing "Don't Tell Me You Love Me" and everything like that. That really sort of kicked everything off for us when we were on tour with Sammy Hagar back in '83. So I mean, we love it. I mean, it's a pain in the ass. It's long. It's like good 14, 15-hour days making videos, but the end result is always a blast. We always enjoy it and stuff like that.
Well, very good. Anything else coming up in the near future? Any cool festivals or upcoming shows you want to brag about before we get into this new tune and let you get back to your rock and roll lifestyle?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on this year because it's our 40th anniversary. Yeah. So we're doing a lot of shows. We're playing all over the country. We're doing a lot of our own shows, which is really, really great. We're really enjoying it because we can play, a lot more songs. We can get deeper into our catalogs and all that kind of stuff. I mean, we're going to Sweden Rocks. We're playing with Guns N' Roses at Sweden Rocks in June, I think, of this year.
Wow.
We're going to tour Japan in the fall. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on this year because it's a big 40th anniversary year.
So everybody go to nightranger.com to keep up with that. And we are just so honored and excited to have you guys in San Antonio again, Friday, February 18th at the Rodeo. And let's go in and get this new track on. It's called Bring It All Home to Me. This is Night Ranger. Thank you, Mr. Jack Blades. We appreciate you, brother.
Robert, you got it, brother. You got it. We can't wait to see everybody down there in the San Antonio area. See ya.
She makes her own life lonely. She doesn't know what to do. She's gonna drive herself crazy. Better me than you. She